After seeing so many degenerate stuff using Needle Fiber and Summon Sort, I'm glad Sork is a promo. Needle Fiber is not in TCG. Well, to an extent, yes, I agree with what you're saying, but also at the same time, it's really quite irritating that Konami are going to basically completely divide two regions of the same format. So OCG don't have to, you know, there isn't like Japanese Yu-Gi-Oh! And Chinese Yu-Gi-Oh! And Korean Yu-Gi-Oh! They all sort of play with the same card. I think, actually, I probably shouldn't say that because I actually don't know for 100%. So I think that, you know, I don't know how it is in OCG, but at least over here in TCG, we're very much close. Americans net deck our decks, Europeans net deck American decks. There's this constant like merging of the Yu-Gi-Oh! Meta in TCG, and then to have something as meta changing and as meta defining as Summon Sorcerer completely change how our decks are going to be interacting with one another, I think is really ridiculous. I think it's absolutely ridiculous that they expect us to just play with it. It doesn't. It just turns the card pool. Like, it feels like they're just like dividing the game. You know, it's like it's almost going to be like two separate formats, depending on how impactful Summon Sorcerer is. But the point still stands is that when you have something as big, like Link Rebo isn't exactly meta defining. Quasar, I think Quasar was a jump promo. Was it Quasar? Maybe, I don't think it was Quasar, maybe it was Stardust Spark. You know, that card wasn't meta defining, right? That card, you know, doesn't like make or break whether or not a deck is good in America or whether it's good in Europe. But the problem is that when they have something that is like so impactful, like Summon Sork, like she just opens up so many plays, and then you say like half the TCG can play it and half the other half of the TCG can't play it, it just makes no sense. I really just don't get it. So I just think it's really dumb, and I don't think it should be that way. If I recall, the same happened with Towers in North American. They did not have Crab King, who's the Towers out while we had it. Yeah, so like Towers Turbo was really quite, I want to say dominant, but it was extremely powerful in the European WCQ of 2015, I think it was. It was like a really, really big problem because Europe didn't have a reliable out for Towers, whereas in America you could just go into Crab King and attack Towers and that's it.